and welcome back to Myld. I want to thank everyone again, as always, for watching. I appreciate all the views. Feel free to like, of course, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. All that stuff really does make a difference with the whole algorithm and YouTube and how all that stuff works. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming back. If it's your first time, feel free to check out our last videos. We've got 3 more prior to this one. I want to thank you all for your donations and your purchases. Example of said donations is this camera that I'm using right now. This was purchased from a lovely donation we received a couple weeks ago. So this way I can do my intros on a rainy day without having to bug Preston. So just want to thank you guys for that. You can check out the merchandise at myldstyle.com. As we get in this week's episode, this is a little different. This is a special request made by a friend of mine who's a local Toyota enthusiast. And there was a steering column issue on this generation of Tacomas where there's play in them, but there was no real video description of how to fix the problem. So I went off some pictures that I saw on a website, and I've done one of these before, but this one I decided to get on video. So it may not be for everyone, but it is a tutorial specifically for guys who own Tacomas. So just want to give you that disclaimer ahead of time. Speaking of disclaimers, do it at your own risk. I'm not here to tell you how to maintain your vehicle, but I'm just showing you a suggestion of the way I've done it and the way the owner of this vehicle has liked it done before. Because this is the second one I've done for him. So again, thanks for hanging along. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, ask a question, all of that stuff. We really appreciate it, and thanks again. How's it going? Welcome back. We are going to dig into a steering column for a 2001 and 2004 Toyota Tacoma. Apparently, and I'll be honest with you, I don't have a Tacoma, but a buddy of mine has a few and explains about a common issue with steering shaft play in these that seems to plague a lot of the older ones, which are the more popular, as we all know. So what we're going to do is go through a little tutorial that I got offline. I'll put the link up and just show you in video form how to get inside this thing and safely upgrade, do what you need to do to it to make it more safe and get rid of the rattle sound. So we're going to do this from the home porch today and see how this goes. Forgive all the noise, including my cat, who doesn't like hearing me talk unless he's there. Okay. Dust off, just to let you know I haven't touched this already. So first thing I like to do with anything is identify springs like this and see if I can take the tension off of them. Oops, cat hair in my eye, which can be done with a set of these channel locks. So I should have brought a bigger set. Work. One. Pay attention to your directions on them. two. So, let's put this here.
And then, do you want to kick that?
Yes, it is. All right, so those are two springs there. Now you have a column you can tilt without that huge amount of spring pressure on it. So the next thing, 10 mil. Sorry with the crotch shots. Here for me again, same thing with springs. I'd rather pull them off, not have to worry about them. So that's your main tilt one. If I'm not mistaken, this main return one can stay on. Yeah, this one I think can stay on. Okay. So we've got those. Now, need to break loose these two 6 mils. And I'm doing this with hand tools today, quarter drive stuff. This is a 6 mil. It should not be much tighter than that, as you can see. Stand up for some torque there. Same thing on this side. Those two. Watch the grease on those. Okay. Just want to do this in front of you so you can see it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you see this just pulls straight out from there. Straight out from there. Some people will take this all apart. Honestly, not necessary. I don't think. So what you're after as I'm wiping the grease off of these is this little thing right here. That is the pin that gives the play that we need to get rid of. Now the normal way to do this is to use a drill press so that everything is lined up and straight and so forth. And then what you do is get your little baggie of questionable stuff here. So these are little roll pens that by the time I'm done, I will put you the appropriate size, because when I went and got these, my friend just gave me a handful of them and told me to have at it. So I've got a bag with a handful of them, and I did one of these a few months back, and it's been a while, so I'm going to actually I'm going to leave this on because it doesn't matter. You can see how long it takes. So essentially this is what you're doing, is you're replacing that with this, because the problem is these are meant to be collapsible, but over time, what makes them collapsible makes them also do that. So, all right, I'm going to think for a second, and we may have to run to the grocery store to get drill bits, and I did say grocery store. So, yeah, let me see how this goes. We'll leave this going. Okay, that's right. In case you're wondering with this, that's how it comes off. It slides out at a 90 and then locks back in. So, put it off for right I found a drill press I can use at one of my favorite places, so I'm going there now. World famous. There you are. Cool.
How are you?
Good, thanks. I need to use the drill press for a minute.
Oh yeah?
You don't mind. I was in the middle of filming something, and it's still there. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, I just been working on trying to film some car stuff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. What counts for content these days is pretty liberal, pretty open. So that's what that might work.
Word, I'm gonna get to it then.
Cool, thanks man, appreciate it. Yep. To line up without having to move too much stuff. So now, as you can see, we have a fully drilled hole. Mostly fully drilled on that, but fully drilled on this side. What I care about it first is because now that you have your one drilled in your vise, this is my other camera holder, so I can't hold two cameras and hold cameras. And you get your questionable bag of goodies here. I will, before this posts, I will put the actual sizes of the bits and of the roll pins on here, so you know. Alrighty, so you get there. And that's how you know you're done. Stoked. See, you're gonna have a little bit left over, that's fine. That's fine, fine, fine. Hold tight. I just like to center it. Fixed. And because our goal was to make this not do this anymore, and you can look at it, we'll look at this on camera too. That's the good one. No more steering play was the goal. We fixed it. And it's still collapsible. Thank you, Lost Art. Thank you, Nate Drew, Alex Hall, RA76. All right, we're back at home. Thank you again to Lost Art Tattoo, Nate Drew, Alex Hall, and of course Gabriel, Mr. Gabriel Hunter, RA76. So they allowed me to use the drill press, which is what you need to do these. So I was able to take care of that. But yeah, so now we don't have a twist anymore that we had. So now it's just a matter of putting this whole piece back together. So first you want to do your 90 degrees with this. Once that's in, it's in. There's no ifs, ands, wrong ways about it. So yeah, once you got that, shaft and hole. That's where everyone says, oh, just reverse of the taking apart. Well, it's not always that easy, so we're gonna make sure this is what it needs to be. So, this is that. These in. Please check your service manual for proper torque specs and all this stuff. Oops. I put everything away when that's tight. Beauty of working on Toyotas. You know when something's tight. Okay. Now we're going to put our return spring back on here. This has tension again. Position. Maybe. See? No, because this still had full tension on it when I was messing with it. So those tension points. No, maybe this. Sorry, I would try it with it all the way down. Let's do it again. Okay, so yeah, that's with no tension. No tension. Bring this all the way down. Now it needs that. Then hook your springs on. Okay. Once that is back together, slide your little guide plate on here. Bolts in on that. Little baby tins. Song in my head right now is just alright, so yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing here. You go by your witness marks. So I basically just made sure these were all lined up where they were. If you're ever in doubt, look for witness marks. And again, so I should offer some personality since we're on camera. This again is something that in the mind of a mechanic or technician or whoever's fixing your stuff for you, we see it as a 5-minute thing. And as you saw from earlier, it could have been a 5-minute thing, but it wasn't a 5-minute thing. So we do have it back together. It's all in one piece. Stoked. Hope this helps you Tacoma guys out. Take a little bit of the mystery out of the whole process. And yeah, we'll see you for more Tech-Torials. I think that's going to be the word, Tech-Torial. Enjoy. Well, folks, welcome back. Thanks for staying in for that whole episode. Really appreciate it. Now would be a great time to hit that like button or subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment or ask a question if you want to. Again, this week's was a little more technical than usual, but we got to get back to some more of my cars very soon here. Yes, I am driving, so forgive the lack of eye contact. Yeah, so we've got definitely some more content coming up for you. We got a little taste of the Utah car culture from Cars and Coffee coming up soon. We got some repairs I was able to do to get my van back on the road, which was huge for me. You may notice I'm driving my Lexus again, which is also some repairs we did recently that can't wait to share with you. We'll have some more Preston's Honda coming up, as well as almost a full overhaul in the Infiniti. We're going to be doing head gasket, timing chain, suspension, making that car back together again, probably the radiator as well. I have a bunch of parts for that at home, and we will get back to the Mercedes. So I want to thank you all again for watching, liking, subscribing. Myldstyle.com for merchandise, and we'll see you next week, every Wednesday. Thank you. right, now that the guy with the bike with the speakers on a trailer is out of hearing distance, wanted to show you the my tripod setup for the day, in case you were wondering. That's the dope. Cool, yeah, here's where we're at. Beautiful Salt Lake City.